Now, many of us have been looking up at those dull, hazy skies over the last few days, but particularly of interest will be those who suffer from asthma and also from pollen allergies. We are basically looking at a large expanse of Saharan dust. Now, the dust is not just dust. It tends to obviously have soil, it has pollutants, it also has minerals in there as well as other things, and it tends to affect livestock, rivers and coral reefs. But it does provide obviously the minerals and nutrients to the Amazon rainforest, and it unfortunately does cause some breathing problems with that fungi and bacteria in there as well. So be mindful about that and take the precautions over the next few days. All that dust tends to hail from Africa. They tend to leave the coastline there, come across the Caribbean. The heavier particles fall off in Africa, but the lighter ones stay suspended in the air and make its way across the Caribbean. So right now we've been seeing quite a bit of that haze across Trinidad and Tobago. It will continue to be there as we go through tonight and tomorrow, for the most part even into Thursday. Now obviously we've been talking about the fact that you can't see it here on satellite pictures, but the different satellites do have imagery that tends to bring that out. But in terms of the rainfall, only towards the south across the Ghanas will they be seeing that rain that will wash out that Saharan dust as we go through the next few days. But for Trinidad and Tobago, not much is set to change tonight and tomorrow across in Castara, down towards Buku as well. Lots of Saharan dust in the air, quite hazy as well, but it will also be quite a bit of a breeze out towards the eastern coastline, so that should bring some cooling relief. Out towards many areas of Trinidad tonight, mostly settled and hazy. There's only the slight chance of a brief shower coming across the hills. Otherwise, we're looking at mostly settled weather as we go through Wednesday. Breezy conditions along the east coast, hazy towards the west, and all of that Saharan dust still in the air as we go into the latter half of Wednesday. So for San Fernando, Point Fortin, down towards Guaragari, only the slight chance of a brief couple of showers down towards the end there, towards Muruga and Guaragari, still seeing some haze towards the end of the evening. So tonight's low then, a warm 24 degrees Celsius in Trinidad, 26 in Tobago, 31 to 32 likely in Tobago as you go through the next few days. Out towards Trinidad as well, still quite hot, 34, still quite hazy, but there is some brightness at the end of the working week. Friday and Saturday should see the end of that haze. But unfortunately, there will be no end to those long swells coming in from the north, continuing to do so as we go through Wednesday. To every 12 seconds or so, you'll see them lapping along the shores, bringing occasionally choppy seas 2 to 2.5 meters through the Caribbean and the Atlantic. So be mindful about that, especially sea bathing along the north coast of Trinidad and out towards Tobago and along those Atlantic exposures. Now, many areas of the eastern Caribbean are under that haze. That long expanse of Saharan dust also stretches into parts of Jamaica. That will likely be so as we go towards late on Wednesday and continuing into Thursday. It's also quite windy in there simply because of the high pressure towards the north and low pressure towards the south. So not much chance of rain, not much chance of washing out that Saharan haze. So if you are heading to Kingston, quite windy, 32. Also quite windy out towards Havana, 32 likely there. A hazy 33 likely in Santo Domingo. But you'll pick up the haze and the breeze as we have had all over the last couple of days. Definitely all along the eastern Caribbean. Not much chance here of rainfall. Saharan dust extends to St. Lucia, down towards Grenada, out towards Georgetown. To see the last of the haze through late tomorrow, we'll likely see some showers coming through, thankfully, as we get towards the end of Wednesday. So that's your weather.